Hey, how you doing? What's up? Yeah, so I hope it doesn't start back up. That music's gonna start back up. Yeah, music's over. Man, I can't believe. Oh yeah, yeah, you can't see me now. I can't believe that my thumbnail messed up like that. It's so irritating about the thumbnail messing up. But I'm trying to show you something that I think is important. So I don't know which I should do first. Fix the thumbnail or whatever, you know. I'm kind of tired of all this. I've been working hard to clean up my house. I'm a little stressed out. Probably could use a drink. Problem is that I stopped drinking. It's almost the last day of November 2024. Let's see if I can at least make it to Christmas. I promised myself a drink on Christmas. And it's part of the test, right? So we'll see if I can wait that long. I have to. There's a couple reasons why. Let's get this showing. Let me show you why I brought you here today. That's not really a great start, but we'll do it like that. We'll go to the new tab and let's maximize the screen real quick. And we'll open up the Cal Topo. I can't believe that. Where is it? Yes, I'm all stressed out. Also, eating well. Okay, so this Cal Topo always opens up at PyTown. Check my last video if you want to talk about PyTown. Another thing I should do is check the volume. Make sure the sound is okay. Where's the details? Yeah, what's up with that? It's good enough, though. That's 100 degrees. Let's see if we hear everything. We can see the chat. I don't see any. Okay, that sounds pretty good. That sounds pretty good indeed. So let's take a look at this. Oops, sorry. Let's take a look at this. Close that and back out of, again, New Mexico and get over to the Richat structure. Yeah, we're back at the Richat structure. Now, I'm going to get a crowdfunding going for this Richat structure thing. Get me out there. Okay, the problem is this. Now, when you're looking at the topographical map of the Richat structure, of course, when we say Richat structure, I guess I lied again. I mean the Adrar Plateau, the Eye of Africa. When you say the Richat structure, you know that you are talking mainly about these concentric circles. We can zoom in on those real quick. Sorry, I've got like multiple monitors, and I'm thinking about minimizing the monitors. We got 4 quadrants in the middle. We got a north door and an east door entering those 2 sides. We don't know what's going on over there because it's all messed up from this crater, the destruction of Atlantis, possibly. And what happened to the mountains that should have been there? We already talked about this a million times. Then we got the next ring. And yeah, it's got a little bit of wonkiness going on to it. But honestly, if you take that, could it be a track? that is an entry point. It lets you enter and exit right there. A lot of people have been talking about the so-called racetrack, but I noticed that if you're driving through there, and I did it, okay, I drove in there. That's where you enter, and you drive down here, but then you just jump over the mountain right here. And the truth is if you keep going straight, you can enter over here on the left. It looks like there could be a door right there, at least an ancient one. So we've got the Richat structure. Don't get me started on it, because I want to take you out here and show you another line that's quite prominent. In fact, really the longest straight lines on the whole plateau, right? Okay, I think I could show my face in here a little bit. The whole plateau, let's get that out of the way. Look at my beautiful painting. Now look at this. If you look there, you can see, let's zoom into that. Because you can see the line on this side it's a gap, it's a gutter, it's a canal, whatever. It's going across right there. So this white valley, and by the way, I know the guy that owns here, and let's go camping. Let's set it up. I'm ready. I want to stay out there for like a week. When you look at this topographical map, you see Emirt or Dar, this area right over here, and how machined it is. And yeah, you've got a couple of lines out here that are almost like canals on top of an ancient plateau. Now, if you ask me, I can explain how there's a shoreline over here along the north shore of the Richat. But what I can't understand is why there's a shoreline out here on the other side of all these mountains. What created, how was water here? Or was there isostatic rebound? Or was it where some wall was out here? Maybe there was an ancient wall way out here before the ocean that held it in. Because when you zoom in here, this prominent outcrop plateau doesn't have much explanation why it's got first of all that machining on top, but also basically a shoreline. When you look at this, maybe I should stop calling them shorelines, because this defies explanation. But inside this structure, you go through here, and I can get into this conversation. And in here, I always thought of this as a shoreline, mainly because you've got the bed, and we can go ahead and look really quick at Google Earth along this top northern shore. You hate it when your keys get in the way of your mouse. But I don't have any comments. I'm getting a little nervous here. Am I live? What's going on here? Who's watching? Can I get a 1 or something? Any type of a comment? 4 thumbs up. Obviously, people are watching. That's cool. I will highlight your comment. Anyways, my point being is this north shore has, along the north side of it, a lake bed, a playa. Thank you, Beam Me Up, Scotty. I don't think I've seen you before. Thank you to my channel. Sorry, did I just say that? Welcome to my channel. Ponytail Van, hey. Yeah, I promised to show those. Thank you so much for joining. It's so easy. Not today, though. I guess maybe I drank too much coffee and didn't eat enough to absorb all the caffeine. Arv, nice to see you. Larsen, S-E-N, just like me, H-A-N-S-E-N. I'm a Danish. My dad was born in Copenhagen, but we're Scandinavian brothers. Okay, so look at the north shoreline and how even over here you can see that playa lake bed and how it was the lowest point. And you can see how it disappears under the sand. So we don't know how far north that playa lake bed goes. Paul, you got here just in time. Is it Michelli or Michelli? I think it's probably the ch, but we'll see. Oh, you're half Danish. Awesome. Well, you have to tell me all about the megalithic stuff that you know about in your neighborhood. Give me an excuse to get up there. Not up there. I know that Denmark's just north of Germany. You did say Norway. And I have been to Sweden, but I've never been to Norway. And when I say up there, I'm kind of more thinking towards the Finnish or Estonian or Russia. There's got to be stuff up there. Okay, back to this. So we've got this north shore here. So I do believe there was a water body up here. I believe there was a North Sea above this plateau. That plateau is 2,000 feet above sea level. The Richat structure is only 1,200, so it's 800-foot difference. And then over here, even though the sand's there, we can take a look at a measuring. I got it right here. We'll take a look at the measurements of this whole area real quick with this other topographical map. I used to use this all the time. Oh, I should probably turn that off. Thank you for listening, Al Bundy. I didn't see your comment until just now. And hello back to you from Norway. And Paul Michelli, welcome. Now, let's get down here and get to, I think it'll be a good search, Mauritania. And then once we get there, where is the, something's wrong here. What's going on here? Something didn't go. Let's search the Mauritania. There we go. There we go. Interactive map. Do not share my personal information. Should I click that? I don't care. I'm not in the mood, but if I click it, it's probably going to take me away. All right, let's just take a look at this whole area. So this Richat structure is, according to this, it keeps refreshing. Sorry about that. I can click this to stop that. But before you click that, you want to make sure you're happy with your colors. Like if I zoom way out, it won't be as nice. Let's try it. See, it's not as nice, but it does show the highest point of the Adrar Plateau is over here, as I've told you many times. And another thing that we can zoom into is this line right here that I'll show you in the other. It's quite straight. It's about 30 miles or kilometers long. I can't remember. We're having some problem with the, let's see here. What is wrong with this? For some reason, it's just not getting in there. I don't know what's going on there. Maybe if I didn't mean to do that. Let me do this. There we go. Yeah, 20 kilometers. So here, if you look at from here to here, and then you see 20 kilometers, that looks like it would be like 50 kilometers. Okay, let's zoom in there and get the... So I really feel like there's something straight going through here. This is like the exit point to the from the North Sea outside towards the ocean. Okay, let's get rid of this. Sorry, I keep forgetting about that. I'm not very good with this. Let me maximize this for you. And as you can see by the heights, 2,600 feet above sea level at these white points, the highest point right there. That's probably it. Also over here, my Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, the highest point. Kofi, thank you so much. And thank you for your encouragement. I am going to be doing a... Yeah, which guy? Interesting. I am going to be doing that book that you mentioned. I'm working on it right now. I've got some other people who are encouraging me, but just had to finish some personal things. And you caught me when I was going to the doctor that day. That's another reason why I had to stop drinking. So because of some antibiotics. That line right there, if you look down here, that says 5 miles. And that's like it's such a little segment right down there at the bottom. So if you count them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, that's 30 miles. This is like 40 miles long. We can measure that more specifically later, but I just want to tell you the Richat structure. Okay, I like this color, so I'm going to click the lock. That way I can come out here. It won't change the color. And it won't mess with the colors because every time you get a new color, you got to readjust yourself. Is that orange or is it yellow? I say it's yellow. So like I told you, 1,200 feet. That says 1,229. So a little bit more than 1,200 feet. The red, now the red is not close to the yellow down here. The orange, it's closer to the white. So it's up here, 2,139 feet. So it's more than I said right there. The Richat structure is 800-foot difference. But wait. Go down into that lake bed I mentioned just a minute ago, and what do you have? You have the green now. You literally even lower down over here by the curve, Michelle's curve, we got, looks like 926 feet. Jack Kelly. Interesting. I'll have to look for that. Maybe you could shoot me that link if you're watching a... Okay, so over here is what I'm talking about right now. Now that the White Valley's very low. In fact, it's 564 feet. All that blue is not water. That is, let's take the lock off so it changes color. And then we'll get, now it's green. I'm going to lock it again. So now 265 feet when you see the light blue, 317 feet when you see the aqua. Green is 385 foot above sea level. All right, now let's go back to Cal Topo, because I didn't really want to spend so much time talking about I'm talking about this angle here. Look at this. Now, when you zoom way out, it gets wild because that straight line, this is my theory. You've got a sea. Now, don't pay any attention to this layer of sand right there, because that layer of sand probably came later. We're talking about that area down there, and we can look at it right here. We can get out here and look at it one more time. It's yellow now for some reason. What's going on here? It's yellow-green. It's 883 feet above sea level. So, yes, it's higher than over here. I believe that these mountains kind of created some kind of a wall, the eyebrow of the eye, right? Because when you look at this eye of the Sahara, you see this eyebrow up there. It gives it a lot of dynamic attitude. And you've got ridges of mountains that are just blocking any water from getting through. And then you got an exit point right there, a nice straight line. Let's look at it again. But wait, there's more. I'm going to show you where I'm going with this. That's 100 degrees. Okay, I already went through this. I didn't want to open that back up. I wanted to open this one up and zoom into it. Let's zoom in. I got a bunch of lines just in case, but let's fit it. And let's move this out of the way so you can see what I'm doing here. Let's get a little closer. Let's get in 150. What? Let's do this. Let's make sure we have everything we need right there. Okay, so now do you see this straight line, the 40-kilometer line right there? And, I think there's a cut that goes right here too. But I just kind of lined it up with approximately the same straightness. So it kind of put it right here, right where okay, you see where this line cuts across the White Valley? Even though it's not exactly perfect with this other straight line, but there were some falling rocks. I think we can just kind of get right in the middle there. Put it right there. And now let's back down and see where that line ends up. Sorry, I can't see. Am I in the picture anyways? We maxed out. You're not looking at me. I can put on my reading glasses. Now, you take some alignment, but when you see that, it just follows it perfectly at 100 degrees. The midnight fog, what does that say? Condensed on circle rims. Okay. I don't know if I know what that means, but maybe I'll figure it out later. Please hit that like button. Thank you so much, Crypto. And Crypto, you do rock my world, man. You rock my world because you're always got my back when I'm making a mistake and you call me out. And oh man, you should see what I'm doing around here. I'll tell you all that off of the air. But thank you so much for joining. 100 degrees. Okay, let's get back into it. 100 degrees at the stage. Whoops, I messed up. That line right there. Let's look at it one more time. So when you're looking at the Richat, now we're going to look at some stuff I wanted to check it live on the air. So we might discover some real stuff. But this line right here is basically, okay, so when you talk about this little line, that is actually a little bit off. Let me zoom in. I believe that there was a lot of machining going on these mountains. Lots of work, lots of quarrying, and that is the highest point of the whole area. Nobody gets up there. There's no road that leads up there. All these plateaus are unreachable without mountain climbing equipment. You're not just going to walk up there. It's too steep. And yes, this line right here, it's very consistent. I'm going to go through it. Let's go through it from the top. It starts about here. Now, this is the beginning of the ancient shoreline that goes on the north shore, a big, huge sea. And I believe this was a point where people would cut through to get to the main ocean. Yes, I believe the ancient Tamanrasset River, which went way up here, they say. I believe that was another entry point. But like I said, deltas, wow, great. Oh my gosh. Very rare. Very rare. Thank you so much, Ancient Vacuum. I don't get a lot of those. Thank you again for that. I owe you. Let's talk more. But the Midnight Fog condensed on the circle rims, it's a mystery statement still. Do I have to search that? I'm going to search that in a minute and see if it makes any sense. But before we do, let's finish this. So going to this line right here, and I don't know if it has a name. The top of it, when you zoom in, starts to get not so straight looking. But let's be honest, there must have been a lot of activity, microtectonic, I would say, or just geological shifting, especially with water activity. Hi, Harley Quinn. You can too. Yes, you can. Okay, so here's another part that doesn't make a lot of sense. Did they go around this little part, or did it go straight through, and then like later the land, there was a landslide where material came down? I mean, we're talking, I think, millions of years ago. I think there may have been another cataclysm before. By the way, here's my Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, and this shows really well all those quarrying lines that I'm always talking about. Here's the seawall that goes right on top of this. Now, come on, guys. You can't ignore this. Okay, let me get, sorry, Ancient Vacuum. We'll talk more about that later. You just want a spoon a person? Harley Quinn. First of all, let's just establish this. Harley Quinn makes me think you're female. Now, take a look at this ancient seawall here. Look how much higher it is than the ancient plateau below it. Okay, you can't deny that this was the original shoreline. Yet this ancient, this thing was set right on top of it, and it aligns with those two. Now, here's the thing. We need to get on Google Earth real quick and zoom in there and see if it's perpendicular to anything. Let's take my 40 kilometer long line. This makes me able to turn it, right? And you can take it. We're going to put it right on the top of the screen. And yeah, it's a little wonky over here at the end. But when you look at that topographical right there, and you zoom out and you look at it from a distance, boy, is that straight. Boy, does that go through straight. And was that like a cut through from the ancient sea? Now, we're looking at its relationship with the White Valley line, the other longest shoreline that is totally straight right there. And I think that maybe there was a different, there's a lot of things that could have been going on here. But when I found out that using my protractor, that was exactly 100 degrees, I said, wow, I've got to start looking at other stuff here. And the next thing I'm going to check, and I'm going to watch the time here, 23 minutes ago. Let's see how many people we got truly watching. And thanks again for that super chat. Very meaningful, Ancient Vacuum. And that's what I feel like I'm in. A spoon is a souvenir from Mauritania. Wait a minute, Harley Quinn. Are you talking about a spoon that I did not buy when I had the chance? Because there was a spoon that I didn't buy because it looked fake. Okay, let's see here. I'm just sorry, I'm getting a little bit distracted. Wow, 14 thumbs up. Thank you. Okay, let's just again take that straight line right there and put it up at the center. And as you can see, it's got a little bit of a wonkiness, but that's actually, in my opinion, possibly part of the actual lake bed. And then at the other end, you've got a new parallel line. Like here's the one, and then here's the other right there. And I am pointing to here if you don't know what I'm talking about. And don't ignore the ancient line I walked down. I was right here walking down this parallel quarry. We're going to look at that. Okay, Harley Quinn, what are you going on about? You can certainly I think what you're talking about is the fact that most Scandinavians look alike, but we're not all blonde. Harley Quinn says I said hi, you said I. You want a spoon? And then you said it's a spoon from Mauritania because when I was driving through there last, a lady tried to sell me a spoon-shaped rock, and I didn't want it. And some people told me I should have bought it. But, yeah, I was looking for arrowheads. A giant wave crashing over the shore. Yes, I do. No way. What no way? What's no way? Yes, I was there. What are we talking about? Yeah, ancient vacuum. I went there 3 times. So if you want to jack up those super chats, let's talk, because don't waste your money on the super chats. Let's talk off the air. I want to go a 4th time, and I want to get there to the Giant's Quarry. I can show you that the Rock Village. I mean, okay, look, ancient vacuum. Let me just introduce you to my channel. If you go to the Rock Village, you're talking about Wadan. And I'm sorry to stop everything to show you this, but it's always good to just do a reality check. Go to your channel, and then it starts to, this is what's playing. Yeah, it's something messed up with the thumbnail. I will fix that. I really can't understand why it messed up. And I didn't even see that. I don't think it showed that. Anyways, let's not talk about that. Let's go to the upload that I just did. When you say Rock Village, are you talking about Old Wadan? Because this is, well, that's the north area. That's not really what I think you're talking about. The beginning here. Old Wadan, Mauritania. Is that the Rock Village? Carly, we'll talk to you again. Yeah, let's go. Let's go the 4th time. That's a Rock Village to me. So, okay, Harley Quinn. We'll talk about the spoon. Southwest. Yes. This is located in this is located right here. I'll just show you now, but we're going to zoom back in and do some measurements. If you go north and you zoom into this is where the hotel is. This is Wadan. And you said Rock Village. I think you're talking about right here. That's what I was walking through. Southwest of the circle. Southwest. Yeah, it's Wadan. And the hotel I stayed at all 3 times is right there. And I did a video walking out of the door of that hotel and walking down this road. And then I cut down here. Wait, how did I go? Yeah, I cut down here and walked through, I think, here. Yeah. And then I came out here, right there. And all this stuff is that material that you can see in that video right here. There's a bunch of it. But, yeah, there's a crazy, crazy area. I don't think that was Atlantis. I think that's 1,000 years old, maybe 2,000 years old. Okay, let's turn that off. Wadan. Well, maybe we shouldn't turn it off, because that's exactly what I want to show you, is the place where that Rock Village is. Okay, thank you for those comments. Wadan, Wadan. And you see on a lot of ancient maps, W-A-D-A-N, Wadan. And I believe that it's the same place, of course. So Wadan is right, by the way, in those ancient maps, is right next to a river. And the river that they show is on the south side of Wadan more than on the north side. But the ancient Tamanrasset is on the north side, and it's not that close. So when you look at where the ancient Tamanrasset flowed, probably flowed is the correct word. It came down here, and it was supposed to have gone up and over this black thing. Hey, Billa. Nice to see you. And basically, it's supposed to come over and then come back down and come out right about here. This is the ancient shoreline. And you see that line right there? That's probably the exit point right there. But you also can see some dots right here. And we see some research that may have been another point where it came out. So that's probably, like Graham Hancock says, the place we need to search. These shores, we need to search them. Yeah, a lot of people want to dig. I don't know about digging in the middle of the Richat, but there's got to be some stuff out here. Now, what's this video about? This video is about the exit point from the north shore, which you can see the playa bed to it and the shoreline, an 800-foot difference, actually more like 1,000-foot difference. Wait, in some places, 1,400 feet difference up there by the circle. But down here, I believe that this was a big, huge, you can call it a lock. Let me get out of this and go back into Caltopo, and look at this. And I measured the angle between here and here and found it to be exactly 100 degrees. What up with that? And by the way, if you take half of a circle, 360, and you have a straight line, that's 180. So if you do it the other way, that's exactly 30 degrees. So we've got a 30-degree angle on this side. It seems a little bit steep. It looks like it's almost 90, but let's just go with the science. I have the protractor right here. And if you count from here backwards, it's 10, 20. Oh, wait, am I wrong? Wait a minute, I'm so wrong. Why am I wrong? 180 minus 100 is 80 degrees. Why did I say 30? So I meant to say 80 degrees. And what's significant about 80? What's significant about 100? I think 100 is a good number to be significant. It means something. But people weren't turning left 90 degrees. They were turning left 80 degrees. Oh, and by the way, the white valley, it could have been created later. And so maybe we are looking at a 90-degree angle right here. You know, I don't think so, but it's possible. There was a sharper cliff right here that got covered with material. We can see pretty clearly this shoreline, but on the other side, lots of stuff happened. And I do believe with these two parallel canals, one of which I walked down, you had exit points for water. Okay, let's look at one more thing I was thinking of, and then I'll probably get out of here. It's been 30 minutes, but let's look at this. We can look at this. Yeah, we take the whole thing and put it right through the middle. And is that a 90-degree angle with the white valley right there? So this is one. Let's get the protractor involved. And I don't know how to do it. I only know how to do it one way. And let's copy it. We're going to take it. Possibly, let's take this because this is more prominent. And let's do a screenshot. And we're going to just grab it and we're going to put it into my Google Documents right here. Let's back out of here a little bit. Let's go 50%. And we can just move all this stuff out of the way. And these lines are the equivalent. So when I put those together, that is right there. That's the same line. So we're going to use those lines for this experiment. And this is north-south. So we're going to move this into, so if you don't know how to use, I always do this. I always take it like, because this could be a thumbnail later. You never know. And I take this, I double click to get to here. So that way I'm in the frame. And then we double click again and you can see, double click the JPEG, is it? There you go. Wait. Yeah. So there, now it looks great. And we can always make that bigger or smaller. But now we're going to take the protractor again, and we're going to put it right with, I can't see. Let me get in here a little bit now. Also, these lines, we can put those in there too, just because they're useful. If there's one thing I don't like is you got to grab the item. All right, there we go. Let's put this right over here. Oh, and another thing is we got to put it on top. So I've been doing this graphic design for a while, and well, you know, the better thing to do is put this on the bottom. And everything's north-south. There's no changing that, right? The orientation is north-south. Let's get that out of there, and let's zoom in here. Let's just get over here by the Richat. And, you know, I'm thinking for this experiment, maybe we need to adjust the protractor just a little bit. We'll see here. Because I'm thinking they were 10 degrees off of 90 degrees just because something shifted, right? So as you can see, there's our 100 degree. But what I want to do is I'm going to use the side of the protractor to go 90 degrees. So we're going to, how do we do it? Where's the thing at? It's gone? Wait, it disappeared? Okay, where's our little rotation thing? It's gone. What happened? Oh, there it is. Sorry, I got it now. Okay, now that I found it again, don't know why I couldn't find it. I'm going to take this and see what happens is it disappears when you're not clicked on it, and move it here and get it right. This is frustrating. So you know what it's going to take? It's going to take you printing this all out and then using a real protractor to check all these angles. So there you go. That's the line right there. There you go. Now the big deal, now that we've gotten the right orientation, is to zoom back out and see how that matches up with the Richat structure. If I go right in the middle of the Richat structure, and by the way, here's our line right there. I should have used that. It's not perfect, as you can see, but it's kind of difficult to make it perfect. Let me see if I can tweak it just a little bit more. Something, yeah, see, there's an in-between that just won't click on it. It's there or the other side. So we're kind of out of luck. It's just not precise enough. Let's make it bigger. Let's reach over here, and then let's just see, you know, what is the look of that right there. To me, that looks like it lines up pretty well. I know I lost a lot of viewers through the last few seconds. It says 14 people watching now. Do leave your chats. We're almost okay, let's get into your super chat comment, because I am curious. Yeah, I lost a few viewers. Thanks for those who stuck with me. But I think that we need to start looking at these angles here. Because this angle right here, that's 10 degrees right there. If this is a 90-degree angle, that's an extra 10 right there. And we're talking about why would somebody make a 100-degree angle, or is it possible? Okay. Since it's almost been an hour, I do want to get out of here soon. I have a couple things I got to do outside of my home. There's that other 10 degrees, that line. But if I zoom way out, there's a few other things that I'm going to be checking over the next few days. Let's go to 50%. Let's zoom in a little more. Try 75. No? Okay, 100 is okay. And we can take a look at the big picture here with the center of the Richat. And, I mean, have they been using it as a kind of an anchor point for these? Maybe not. I think we're probably, another thing we've got to look at is the ancient lines from here. I'll show you what I'm talking about very quickly. Problem here is they changed stuff. So now I've got to find I don't know how to do it anymore. View menu bar? No. Now I can't get to the menu bar. How do you get the menu bar back? Oh, great. Now I can't see it. They've changed it. I'll be honest with you. Oh, there's the menu bar. And I need my all my files that used to be located right here. They've all disappeared. They put them in a different spot. Okay, what we got to do is we got to go here. And they're right here now. And so I've got it. Let's see. Let's go with, where is it? The top? Richat structure. I lost them all. It must be at the bottom now. Okay, let's do ancient equator. So we'll go with the ancient equator, and this is what I'm wondering. Is that intersecting with this line here at all? I guess it doesn't really look like it much. This ancient equator is very important, I believe, because if you don't know what that line is touching, it's touching, yes, the second Richat structure. Mind blown. Thank you, Crypto. Thank you so much. Yes, please do. And I don't think subscriptions are important anymore. I don't care if you subscribe. Just share this. Just share this. Okay, so if I create a longer line now, and I take this line a little farther, let me just zoom in. So yeah, do we see what's going on here? There is a second Richat structure with canals intersecting the middle. And yes, it's aligned with the ancient equator, with Petra, with Easter Island. This line right here is connecting Giza to Easter Island. Okay? That ancient equator could be significant. And the fact that those two eyes are literally parallel to it are significant. Now, let's make sure we're going right through the center. And I did try to get as close to the center. Actually, I don't think that's going to work. Let's just get out here. Let's take this line and move it without changing the angle. That's what we'll keep it flat along at the bottom of the screen. Without changing, okay, I got to edit it. We're going to keep this longer right through here. And we can use that as another angle for measurement, because I do believe this was a significant, possibly the equator. Not here, but this would be a latitude line, an ancient latitude line. And now with this in mind, let me get rid of, can I close that? There we go. And now we'll just take this and zoom right about here, and we'll see what this angle is. What is that angle, and how precise is it? Is it something significant? What happened here? I didn't really want to save my work. Let's just go new and don't save. All right. Yeah, it looks okay. It's not an exact science, and we need to do the exact science. We're going to take this and we're going to paste it into our thing here. And then what we can do is we can just lower that down. Let's get rid of this for now. I'm just introducing this. I'm not attempting to try to solve all this in front of you. But when I saw that 100 degrees, I thought, what the heck is going on here? Let's put this, we have to go here. I wonder if I could right click. I think I can. If I right click, and that would go to a range, and a range would be, no, that's not going to work. So then we go to the back and get all our attributes and see if there's any significance to all these lines. Let me just turn this over, because our ancient equator should be horizontal. In fact, that's good. And then we can move this over, maybe make it bigger. And now let's take a look and see what we got. The problem is can't do it upside down. I got to do it upside down. That's fine. I'm happy with that. All right, now where's our angle? The ancient equator with, there. Okay, so the point is about right there. Let's put the point right there. And that should help us choose how many degrees that turns out to be. I was pretty shocked by 100 degrees. Okay, so it's 20 degrees, basically. That's pretty good, right? 20 degrees. The small Richat east of the Richat, it's actually, a little bit smaller. Let's take a look at that, since you're shocked. And you did give me that cool, ever so cool super chat. Thanks again, Ancient Vacuum. Very significant to me. However, if you want to invest more money in me, let's talk off so you don't give, was it 20 or 30% to YouTube? Let's make a deal. Okay, what are you doing up in different person? Sorry. So let's look over your comments real quick to try to decipher what you meant. Highest edge at 1,800 feet altitude. Yes, it's gets cold at night. I got the chills. I ran inside. I had a room, but we were sleeping outside in Wadan. Okay, and that's about I would say at least 1,000. We could check the Wadan right here. It shows about 1,500. Let's see here. There's the city of Wadan right there, and it's how many feet? It's kind of between the orange and the red. So basically, yeah. I mean, maybe 1,900. It's not. Is it 17? Yeah, maybe about 1,800 feet. If we put that right there, we can look at it and see which color it matches. None of the above. Maybe somewhere between those two. All right, where were we? All right, there's some other angles I wanted to check. Let's check this one. This is the same one, right? Technically? Or did I rotate something? Yeah, okay, so that's not going to work, and I'll tell you why. I messed up. Let me go back here, and let's align this with north. And now we have something we can work with. So I was wrong about the 20% as well, right? because right now inside my my other file, it's perfectly north. I wish I could get rid of that. There we go. And let's now that it's north, let's get rid of this. Take a screenshot, and now we're gonna have a different perspective. Oh, I keep doing that. I don't care about saving it. Let's take it new and don't save, and then let's just grab this right there. That's going to help us a little better, I think. It's already copied, so now I get rid of this, or I'll just move it over to the side. Yeah, I was checking the ancient equator, but yeah, so we did do a measurement of 20 degrees with the ancient equator and those other lines, right, between here and here. That's 20 degrees. I think that's significant, and I do think that's still relevant. But now if I want the truth, let's put this down here and get it big. Let's just go about here. And then we will move that to the back and see if we can come up with some any other stuff. Let's see here. Because this now, those black lines are the same, right? These should line up pretty perfectly with the right here. And is it happening? I can't really tell. Let me just move up here. Maybe. It looks pretty good. That black line could be stretched out a little farther. Let me just back up, and then let's go forward. And I know for a fact it's kind of in the center right there. So about there. We already know that's 20 degrees right there. But what else do we know? What we need to do is move this back over here and forget those black lines and just use the protractor for now. Let's move this one over here and move this one over here. We can still look at those later. And what I think I wanted to do was to look at the White Valley to this other line. So let me turn the protractor and go right with the White Valley here. And see, it's almost 90 degrees, in my opinion. There's almost 90 degrees. Unfortunately, I got a bad shot, but if you look at the way the White Valley is, it comes together right here, and it almost touches right there. This whole White Valley kind of finishes right there. And so that line right there could be an ancient straight line right here. That's all wonky right there, maybe. Who knows? I mean, erosion could have had a point in it. Okay. We are all... Thank you so much, Be Me Up Scotty. Thank you so much, Crypto. Watching down. Yes, I'm a narcissist. And we are flabbergasted by the small east. Yeah, there's a lot of them. So this is north-south. I can zoom out and show you that other one over here. And also this one right here. You know, the funny thing is we have a line right there too. That line, we're going to measure that one. Let's do that one next. And we just have to do, like I said, a quick screenshot. I thought you were talking about the Semsiat Dome for a second there. And by the way, don't be tricked. All these images, when I say don't save, they're already saved. I'm actually pretty frustrated. I have 2 files with the same stuff in it. So there's a line right here that I'm very curious about. And that one is like an ancient road / dam. And the fact that it could be an angle that's of significance as well. Let's, before we paste that, just take one last look at where we are here. So what I'm talking about is something over there to the left. But we have 20 degrees here. Oh, let's do the parallel lines. So find where the parallel line. Well, this is kind of tough. Let me show you how I'm going to do it. I'm going to take this. I'm going to draw a line. Wait, we got to use this function here and put it on my canal right here. Whoops. Like that. And as we, oh my gosh, how am I going to do this? It's very difficult because I think I'm in the map and I'm not. All right, let's go over here. And let's just move it out of the way and see how I did. Kind of off, in my opinion. Let's move it back on. It's kind of almost good, but I think it could tweak down just a little bit like that. And then, I don't know, let's take a look at my work. So I think that's about it. I mean, maybe not. Let me move it out of the way and see. Yeah, see, there's the line that we can see from here. When you get in there, you can see it very clearly. But this isn't Google Earth, so I can't get in there. So we're going to check this now. Let's back out. Let's put this ring right. Whoops, I messed up again. Let's back out. Let's go to 100. And let's put the protractor, once we select the pick tool, right where that intersects. And then we'll see what that degree is. And what we have here is nothing very significant. It looks like 42 and a half. 42 and a half degrees. Is that, what is 42 and a half times 2 is 85. That's not 90. So yeah, it's too bad because it's almost like it was very close to a 45-degree angle from the ancient equator. But actually, let's take a quick look at the other one. The other one, let's do things one at a time. Let's find it. Let's just kind of estimate. Let's move this line. Oh, I can't. Can I do it? Okay, let's move it over here. And this one might be 45 degrees. Let's see how close I can get that. Let's go parallel so I don't have to keep moving it right off and on. And that looks pretty good. Let's just look at that for now. We can experiment more if we like it. Let's see what that is right there. All right, that is not 45 either. It's kind of there. Oh wait, are we there? It just seems like it's maybe this line could be tweaked a little more right there. Maybe that'll help force it into 45 degree. Yeah, I'm not really seeing 45. It's almost 45. And maybe it wasn't an exact science. Let's move this over here. I have it on my clipboard right now. This is easy. This is hard. There we go. And we'll paste that one I did up by the SimCat. And we'll make it big, and then we'll put it underneath everything. See, I could do this all day long, but I'm just doing it with you guys. Hope everybody's having a happy Thanksgiving. Oh, am I just... Okay, let's get... Sorry. I hate it when I do that. Crypto, what happened? You should have told me. Get that guy's comment out of the way. We can't see nothing over here. All right. I think we can turn this one over now. Okay, so the ancient equator, let's check that. We might want to be checking these angles with the modern day equator as well. We can see the point where it intersects right there, right? That line. Now, if you don't know what I'm talking about, there's a LiDAR image that really showed. Okay, let's get this as close as possible. There, no? Go the other way. No? So I can't do it exactly. Maybe if I hit the control button, I can do it. Sometimes when you hit the control button, it gives you that freedom that it doesn't snap into place. But yeah, that's not working. Okay, we're close. All right, now let's get to the little point where I need to move that black line. This one's easy because it kind of goes from here to here. I don't know if you can see my black line, but it's like right there. And if you look at the LiDAR image I'm talking about, you can totally tell it turns into either a canal or a road or a dam going across this little squiggly river, by the way, right here. That is Wadan. So that's the Wadan River. I call that the Wadan Dry Riverbed. So because of that, with that LiDAR image, you can also see another bridge over here and over here. I can show you that LiDAR image right now that I'm talking about. Let me just show you. It's in here. Where? It's in here. Right by all the... Where's my folder? Oh, over here? Good, because I didn't want to risk showing you. Nope, I know exactly where that is. Hold on. Not there, not there. I had some interesting discussions with a gentleman named Mike Parker. What's going on here? Where's my folder? Okay, it's in here, and then it's right there. Okay, I got it now. Coming soon. Coming soon. Gonna find it, gonna find it. There it is. Right there. Oops. Right there. All right, so when you zoom into this, now you can see the prominence of this line. I mean, something was going on there. And when I drove right there, I stopped right there. I was trying to see anything, and there was nothing. The road, but then there's other areas, and I do believe there's a significant structure went across here. We're talking about ancient water management of some sort. Come on, maybe it wasn't that old. But, it's almost an hour. I got to get out of here soon. But when we go back and look at the angles here, we'll measure it right there. What are we going to find? We're going to find right about here. What is that? So the black line's over there. That is a pretty good, looks like 25 degrees. 30 or 25? Hold on. Let me get a little bit better. Right there. Okay. I think that's it. Let's zoom in. Let's zoom in right there and see real close. See, that's what I should have done in the first place. Zoomed right in there and gotten that blue dot to touch. That cross section I have seen similar. I assume natural. Yeah, Bill, I've been looking at that thing for 8 years now and thinking, what is that straight line? Why is it there? Always assumed it was natural. But now, by the way, don't forget, in the same LiDAR image, there's a gentleman I was talking with named Mike Parker. He showed me this in 2021. We also have other ridges, agricultural ridges that are now starting to appear. Yes, we need to do more LiDAR. That looks like a straight line. But what I do see is this right here. That really looks like it was probably a long dam, meaning it just wasn't a dam, but like a road that went across the head of the Wadan River. So all these gathering points way up here, that comes from up here. They had all these agricultural ridges trying to manipulate that water. Maybe it was, I think it was agriculture. Maybe it was something else. You can see a north-south ridge here and over here. So there was a lot of stuff going on, not just I do believe you're seeing something there. And then the Semsiat Dome, to me, I think it was something from Atlantis. I don't think that's a crater. I don't think that's volcanic. I'm tired of people saying volcanoes. So, with that in mind, let's just double check our measurement. Wait a minute. Can I get this? Let's get this over there. And look at that. And what am I seeing? I think I'm seeing 25 degrees because it's not laying right on top of. Okay, let's put it down below. So the top of the, right there. That's what we want right there. Now we can zoom out and see what we can see. And what we see is that black line is almost parallel with 25, but it's closer to, wait a minute. Look, over here, we're 1 degree off, right? If we're 1 degree off here and we're 1 degree off here, we can say that that's 25 degrees. 10 plus 10 plus 5. 25 degrees. So is it possible that that weird line was, and another one we want to check, one more to check. I wish we could just drop down. Okay, here's what we're going to do. Let's do this. Let's put this like this. We won't use the protractor because we want to start getting a little bit more faster results here. That's our ancient equator. Let's see where it stands with, what was I going to check? Now I forgot. I wanted to see how it, oh yeah, our mounds right here. Let's see where we stand. See, these two mounds, I don't think that those are real. Thank you, Dirk Jensen. Dirk Jensen has a wrench. Who else needs a wrench? Crypto, you've got a wrench. I should give Ancient Vacuum a wrench, but I don't remember how to do it right now. We'll get that. All right. Look, I showed you this ancient water wall here. If we zoom into the Rudolph Red-Nosed, the Reindeer Plateau, and we look at these score lines here, those are the ones I want to measure next. So how do we do it without the protractor? It's kind of hard to see, right? So I think what we'll do instead, we'll use the Cal Topo this time, and we'll grab that. You can see the canal here. That's the one I walked down. That's a lot more prominent there. Let's use that too. We've got this seawall. Maybe that's a prominent angle. and we've got that other parallel canal over here. So there's lots of different straight lines in this setting here. We learned, by the way, Dirk, if you're just tuning in, we learned that the line here and the line here is exactly 100 degrees. We learned that this line with, what was the other one, was 20 degrees. Oh, with the ancient equator. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take the Cal Topo. We're going to kind of grab all this stuff, and we're going to just look at angles. So this is north-south. We don't have to worry about that. Let me do a quick screen grab here. Did I forget something? I don't think I forgot anything. We're going to look at this area next. Let's grab that. We're going to put it in there. I'm going to get out of here pretty soon. Get your last questions in because I promise you I want to keep this. It's already an hour, so it's too late. I really wanted to keep this. Let's move this over here. And that black line we can kind of move over here for now. Let's make it thicker. There. Let's put this down here. All right. And let's put it. See, I really like to do this with it because then I don't have to worry about it overlapping the edge. And then I can move this here and then this put over here. And then what you do is you make it bigger. If you don't know about the graphic design, I used to pay for CorelDRAW. I used to pay for Adobe Photoshop. I'm done with all that. Now I do it all for free on Google. There it is. And by the way, you can also grab that and make it a little bigger in there. So you don't have to go with those original sizes. I think that's a little too big, but we're going to go with that. We're just kind of looking at these lines again. And oh, no, we got to make it even bigger because what we want, well, let's just go with that because I know the angle. There we go. I'm looking at these quarry lines in there. I mean, what's the meaning with those directions? And if you don't know what I'm talking about, zoom into Google Earth and this structure, those lines are all parallel. And this mound is bisected by one of those lines. They're a little raw. What are we talking about? Fix it fast. Nice logo. Liar? You call me a liar? Does your theory bring salt water or fresh water in the concentric rings? My theory, let's do this next, but my theory says that this was 2,000 feet above sea level. Why is it going to have salt water? I mean, you have minerals in water, but ocean salt water, no way. I believe that we have this ancient Tamanrasset River out here where that little blue mark is. This is a canal, my friend. This is a canal. Look at it. Let's go to the beginning. It's about 4 miles. It's a outcrop of Mega Breccia, and it starts about there. And there is an airport right there. But when you follow that, you can see that it's some type of gap, gutter, canal that goes over the Mega Breccia. I believe it's one of many. This one we can see. The other many we cannot. They disappeared. They got covered. But look at the gap. I believe that this was one of the tertiary canals that brought water from the. Oh, look how far it still goes. It's still going. Okay, there's more here. There's more up here, and it only disappears because the sand covers it up right there. So we did have some kind of canal. We ought to measure that one because I tend to think that they made canals go north-south, right? So if that's north-south, and we keep it like that. Let's kind of see where we are with our other lines over here. Because if we have any other lines that match north-south or east-west, that they go one way or the other, we know we're onto something. Not a lot, honestly. I'm not going to lie to you. I don't see anything. Okay, they're all still wonky. Look at that river. Look at that river. Wow, is that a running river? That looks pretty thick full of water right there. There's a dam right there. Okay, let's get. Oh, that's why. Wow, look at all that water. That's pretty big. That's a pretty busy river right there. There's a dam right there. Lots of stuff. There's a road right here that. Where's that road? Oh yeah, I've been on that road. Never mind. Okay, so let's get back to what we were doing. I wanted to see this compared to the. And then we're probably going to get out of here. I just have been working. I need to go get something to eat. I need to go shopping. Let's see here. So that's north-south. So I'm not seeing much if we look at our other lines. Let's put this underneath. And I'm not seeing much. This line here, not matching anything. This line here, I want to get it in there, and then we can. That one is this line. This line is this one over here, the White Valley. It's right there. And then this line, not seeing anything really. Wait, let's get in there. You know what I need to do? Let me move this out of the way. And let's align this line with the quarry lines. And I'll zoom in so you can see what I'm doing. And then we're almost done, guys. See those straight lines right there? I think I got it. That's pretty good, right? I mean, it might be a little hot. It might be a little... Uh-oh, am I dying? I got to plug my phone in. My phone is plugged in. What's dying? Something's dying. All right, never mind. It doesn't matter. I did have a speaker blowout earlier today. All right, let's use this black line, and then we'll check that, and then we'll get out of here. So there's that black line. That's the angle, and I wanted to... Where's my ancient equator? Let's get that. Not this one. That one was adjusted. The other one, this one. Let's get the ancient equator going on. Let's try that. See what that angle is. I know, it's a stretch, right? It's a stretch. This is on the ancient equator already. That's already there, so I'm going to use that. And it's not going to work. I got to flip it over. Let's flip it over and move it. That didn't flip very well. Let's get it aligned with our ancient equator one more time. You can't get it perfect. It'll be on one side of the degree or the other. That's pretty good right there. And now we move it over here, and we find, is that a perfect 10 degrees? Let's get in there and check. Because we don't know what these giants were thinking. It looks pretty good, like 10 degrees. Is that 10 degrees? Not exactly. Let's get back in there. So we want this and that perfectly there. It's kind of close to 10 degrees in a way. All right, I'm going to sit up straight. Fix it fast. What are you doing? Giving me liar. Fix it fast. You ain't been to the Richat structure 3 times. You don't know all. So I like to keep an open mind and look into all these angles. You were late, so you didn't see the first significant one. And that's that. That's that. Where's my face? So there you go. Last chance for a couple comments. I'm just going to start closing this down. I'm not playing the outro music, guys. I'm going to peace out and just end the stream. You won't even know. You won't even see it coming. You're not even going to see it coming. Thank you so much, everybody, for another laughing. Is that's called live stream trolling right there. If I didn't like your logo so much, I'd kick you out of here for that one. You give me that laughing LMFAO. If you do LMFAO, I'm gonna freaking get triggered. That's for sure. That was triggering to me 20 years ago. LMAO, that's triggering. Thank you, Ancient. Oh, that's something different. Well, where were we with all these comments? Awesome show. So we were about here, got triggered by Fix It Fast. Okay, so I believe that it's fresh water. Although there was supposed to be one water that was, I don't know, the Plato account gives us 2 springs in the center. I never saw any springs, so maybe that was not true. Maybe they brought in some pipes, you know? It got blown away by the thing. Okay, good night. Thank you. We're starting to see thank you. It jolted up. I was trying to show this one. Mr. Critique says good night. Thank you. Ancient Vacuum says dried farms. Yeah, those up on the top of the plateau. Exactly. And Fix It says, I think you're right, but peoples have been here for eons. People, I can demonstrate, according to Randall Carlson, there were church outcrops in this structure that were being quarried by somebody hundreds and thousands of years ago. So we're talking 1.2 million, he said. And thank you, Mr. Critic, for saying enjoyed. I love it. Get some pics on X. I do have pics. Depends what kind of pics. Check out my X. It's Stig 'em Up. Where is it? I'll get it here for you, so you can go there and catch up. And I do share a lot of stuff there. A lot of the pics get up here. This is my profile right here. It's Stig 'em Up. Stig 'em Up with the, just look up my name. You'll find me. And I do not have a blue check mark because, and there's been a lot of stuff. I've been doing a lot of interviews and stuff. Like here's me and Robert Schock. I mean, you got the pics. Another one, oh, you did. Okay, great. Where did you share them? The other one that I think you should know about, if you're not familiar, where is it? Right here is the Facebook. Oh, am I not showing you? I'm sorry. Let's go back. First, I'll show you what I just tried to show you. Crypto, where were you? Where was it? Oh, yeah, here we go. Robert Schock. The Twitter. So here's my Twitter. If that's where you shared those pics, that's awesome. Stig 'em Up. That's what I was saying a minute ago. And now, are we full size? Now we can go to here, and I'll show you my page called Facebook.com Was This Atlantis. I've got a whole bunch of pictures here of a bunch of stuff, and each one has coordinates. Well, I take that back. It doesn't have the coordinates. It has the Google Earth link. So you can go through those at your leisure. Oh, by the way, this is the one I found with I Am Kairos. I got a shot of that, and you can go visit it. This is the, I call it the E, the megalithic E. And I think they were stalls of some sort, I think it was stalls of some sort. But for some reason, they had to get around back. So thank you for following me on X. Who's that? David, have you ever looked into America's Stonehenge in Salem, New Hampshire? Okay, Hampshire. Let's see here. Salem, New Hampshire. Salem, New Hampshire. I don't know about all this. Oh! You doxed me! Shut her down! Shut her down. Who said I wanted to go? Shut up. She doxed me. I said undisclosed location in the desert. Then she says Palm Springs. North Salem. Okay, well, here we are. Let's do this. Let's get the location into. Thank you for that. Doxed me, man. Luckily, that's not really the city I'm in. I'm sorry. I mean, it's close enough. You can still find me and assassinate me. And I know that's what people want. Okay, well, here we are looking at that area. I don't know much about we're going to have to look it up. We're going to have to Google it, right? What did you say? Let's see. There are some professional? Oh, Nazca lines in California. Well, I mean, we do have I forget how they pronounce it. Okay, thank you for pushing me back over here. America's Stonehenge, Salem, New Hampshire. The ones in California I visited, the California Mystery Walls. All right, what do we got here? We got photos. Can we max it out? There we go. Yeah, okay, so in my opinion, what's the most superior form of wall out there? And that is going to be, I believe, the ones in Peru. And then you see stuff like this. Let's go to the next one. I didn't really want a movie. Come on, max it out. How do you make it big? Oh, the video you can make big, but the other ones you cannot make big. There's the video. Okay, so here we are. I mean, the thing about this one, so on the scale of superior to inferior. I would say this kind of is on the, well, I have to look at it more, but interesting. Oh, and it's got alignments. Very interesting. But is that, yeah, definitely have to research this. Very good. Very good. Interesting. What we need to do now is we need to get here by Google Earth, and we got to look at this one more time. So here it is on Google Maps, and that's it. Okay, interesting. Yeah, that's not old. That's definitely old. Let's go over here and look at it. Okay, are we done with this? I think we're done with all this. I think what we can do is we can go back to here and go to the blue and get rid of that, and then we can go to the coordinates. Is that going to work? And let's go to Salem. All right. So there are some walls, professional biologists. Thank you for your constant support. So look at that. It's kind of hard to see. No, I've never seen this before. We need some LiDAR in the place to get rid of those trees. Okay, so now that's perfect. Good idea. Let's do that here. Wait, is that it? Let's get a little more specific. Control, paste, and enter. And there you go. Still not seeing anything from the topography, so I'm a little confused. And by the way, you can take that protractor and you can be checking everything. There's the lake. There's the thing. Now we can see. Where's the lake? There's the lake. So it really is right here. That's right there. And there's that one wall we saw. But this topography doesn't really help too much sometimes, especially with small little, like a wall sitting on top of land. Like you can see, that's like a modern day wall. I think what we're looking at here is not really showing us those solstice lines. Although you can see a couple of parallel ridges here. Look at that one and that one. So now we have to go back to Google Earth. And where is it now? Where's those two lines? Kind of hard to see all this stuff, right? They need to cut them trees down. Let's see if we can turn it so we can kind of look through the trees. Make it look a little bit more natural. Also, we got a 3D mapping ridges on here. We need to find another source, but you got that weird wall right there. And yes, it is east-west wall right there. No, not exactly. Yeah, definitely a lot of homes there. I wonder how easy it is to get into that area. Isn't it funny that they built that? There must be an entry point. Looks like there's some either modern day walls right there encompassing that area. Interesting. Okay, guys. I'm out of here. Lots of things have been changed so that we do not know what it was before they messed with the sites. So true. So true. Thank you, guys. I'm out of here. Yes, it's fascinating and highly under-researched, guys. All right. Thanks for joining. I give you the outro music, but, you know, lately things have been so tough. Wait, here it is. Can I do it? Peace out, guys.